Greetings everyone, I hope I find you well. So welcome to this Hatha Flow class. So I hope you have everything you need, straps, scarves, belt, something you can use for your hamstrings, maybe some blocks, blanket for relaxation, and we'll get started. Good, so coming to our chosen seated position, cross-leg position, resting the wrists on the knees, coming to mudra if you like, otherwise just relaxing the fingers. Palms down, more calming position for the mind, palms facing upwards. More energizing position, coming to mudra if you prefer, working with the energy lines there in the hands. Maybe bring the hands to the lap, whatever suits you, whatever feels comfortable. Most importantly, we find the length in the spine, shoulders down, chest open. As we close the eyes, taking some nice full deep breaths. Just allowing everything to slow down, everything to settle internally. Letting go of any worries, any concerns, any stresses, any anxieties you may be carrying with you. Just letting them all go. And the focus is internalized. As we take the time to check in with ourselves and observing how you're feeling. And how are you feeling right now? Entering to the state of mindfulness, self-awareness. We're mindful of how we're feeling physically, bringing our awareness through the body, scanning the body for sensations. You can start at the toes and move all the way up to the crown. Observing the contact with the ground. Any tingling in the palms. Observing the breath. Being aware of how you're feeling physically, listening to any signals of the body, identifying any areas of tension. Noticing how you're feeling emotionally. You may feel the emotions in the body. How are you feeling right now? Are you able to be with that? Often we numb and distract ourselves because we don't want to have to deal with or face how we're feeling. Instead of being present with how we're feeling, you can give it a name, how you're feeling right now. You might be feeling happy, sad, anxious, relaxed, energized, or tired. Whatever emotion you're feeling, can you identify and become aware of this? mind and the activity of the mind. Is the mind active? Is it distracted? Is it anxious? Or is it calm and focused and centered? Again, being aware of the mind, observing the thoughts, but avoid attaching to the thoughts. Just let them come and go. Staying in that state of witnessing and observation. Letting things pass through you. So we work with our abdominal breaths that help us process what's arising moment to moment. As we inhale deeply, the belly expands. Holding. And as we exhale, we draw the abdomen in. Holding the breath out. Inhaling deeply as the belly expands. Exhaling as we draw the abdomen in. Inhaling deeply as the belly expands, holding the breath. Exhaling as we draw the abdomen in, holding the breath out. Continue to work with these full, deep abdominal breaths, relaxation breaths. Bring the hands to the heart, thumbs to the chest as we take some deep breaths into the heart, making the heart connection. Good work and releasing. And so let's begin as we inhale, bringing the arms high, abs engaged, spine lengthens. Exhaling, opposite hand to knee, the other hand behind the hips, spine taut, shoulders down, looking behind you. Good, coming back to center, inhaling as we bring the arms high. Exhale the direction. Good, coming back to center again, inhaling arms high. Exhale, left hand down. Let's go for our side stretch. So relax the shoulder, you can rest the head, the back of the hand on the back of the head. Otherwise, really reach those fingers through. Keep the right sit bone down. Maybe you can come onto your forearms, make it stronger. Keep the shoulder back, keep looking up to the ceiling. Good work. Let's go to the other side. Right hand down, left arm high, maybe coming onto the forearm, and do keep that left sit bone down, reaching through, pointing the fingers, deep breaths. Good work, well done, nice full, deep breaths, opening the heart and lungs. Good work, so let's release and we'll roll back, so feet flatten, arms extend, chin tucks in, as you roll down one vertebra at a time. Use your core, good, so we bring the knees close to the abs, we'll start to rotate into the hips, guiding the knees away, deep breaths into the hips. Being aware of how you're feeling right now. Good, in the other direction. Good work, well done. So let's come into our happy baby as we bring the hands to the inner arches, so holding the calves, hooking the arms underneath the knees is another option. So if you find it difficult to hold the inner arches, you can go for that other option. You start rocking forwards and backwards, and just stretches your lower back. Okay, really nice, just to give the spine a little stretch out. Good, let's start to guide the feet away. You can keep the knees flexed initially. Deep breaths. Good, maybe you can hook onto your big toes or hold your calves with your hands. Can you start to fully extend the legs, drawing up on the kneecaps? And just take those deep breaths and just see how wide you can open the legs. You can always bend the knees and then go back into the positions. Just see how you're feeling. Good. Well done. And from here, we're going to bring the right leg high, drop the left leg, and we can lift the head off the ground. So a little bit of core work. Right foot is flexed. Now if this is too much, you keep the head down, left leg down, but it's nice to get the core firing as well as working the hamstrings. So do flex the foot there so you get the stretch behind the knee. Other side. Just keep breathing. So you're actively working to stretch the extended leg and making sure the lower back stays down. So you should feel core working quite strongly. Good, right leg whilst getting the hamstring stretch. Keep drawing up. So you've got to be really active in the quad to draw the kneecap up to find the length. Good, last one. Keep breathing. Foot is flexed to increase the stretch. Good, both legs high, both feet flexed, toes towards you. Well done. Let's hug the knees close, rocking side to side. Good. We could draw some circles, keeping the knees together. Again, nice massage for the lower back. And the other direction. Good. Let's start to roll forwards and backwards. Do this 4 or 5 times. See if you can come up without the feet touching the ground, all the way back without the head touching the ground. Good for the core, good for the spine. Good. Let's hold that balance. Cross the legs, tucking the heels in, and we're into all fours. Good. So finger spread, wrists underneath the shoulders. You can just move the hips side to side. I like to do this because it really helps just to work into the lower back. You move your hips, you influence the lower back. And we'll go for our cat with lion's breath as we inhale, tucking up and in, rounding the spine. Exhale. Inhaling, tucking up and in. Exhaling. Inhaling, holding out, rounding the spine. Exhale. Couple more as we inhale. Exhale. Opening the chest. Last one. Inhale, really hollow out, round the spine. Exhaling. Good work. Coming back to neutral, abs engage. As we walk the hands to the knees, heels flatten, rebuilding the spine. So just keep those knees flexed, nice and steady, coming up one vertebrae at a time. As we interlock the fingers, palms away, shoulders down, tailbone tucks in. As we come up onto the tiptoes, find your focal point, your drishti. Good. As we bring the arms down, heels down. Good. Into our side stretch. Right hand holding the wrist, a really nice stretch, works again into the heart and lungs. Relax the shoulders, keep the arm back, hips out to the side, into the lower back and obliques there. Good. You really take those deep breaths, feel the opening into the lungs at the side. Good work, well done. Let's come back. Arms down the sides, hands onto the shoulders, inhaling. Elbows rise, exhale down. Nice full deep breath, full rotations into the chest, into the heart. Good, in the other direction. Good work, well done. So let's lift those shoulders up, back and down a few times. Up, back and down. Up, back and down. Good, reach the fingers down, crown reaches high. Let's work into the neck as we exhale. Looking to the left, inhale to center, and exhale to the right. Just see how your neck's feeling, how freely you're moving in the neck. Inhale to center, exhale to side. As we come back to center, chin to chest, half circles, left ear, left shoulder. Down and around, right ear to right shoulder. Inhaling to the left. Exhale down and around to the right. Coming back to center, left ear, left shoulder. Right arm down, creates this lovely stretch down the side of the neck. Inhale, exhale. Good, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, center, exhale, the side. Good. Let's hold the next two. You can drop the head forwards and backwards even use your hand just to make it a little bit stronger. Keep that right arm reaching down to make it even stronger. Good, last one. So again, really nice one, especially when you start to use the hand like this. How's your neck feeling? Works into your upper back as well. And it's difficult to stretch this part of the body, above the shoulders. So this is one of the best ways. Good work, well done. Let's come back to center, open the chest, open the palms, step a little bit wider. Just notice how you're feeling. Good, give those wrists a rotation. In the other direction. Good work, well done. So let's come to the front of the mat and work with our sun salutations. So feet are hip width, so we can step the feet out, toes lift off the ground, we spread the toes as much as we can, and we can claw the toes as well, so we're more grounded through the feet. As we draw up on the knees and thighs, Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal, shoulders back and down, head draws back, spine is tall. Okay, so good posture is absolutely essential. This is mountain pose, Tadasana. Feel grounded and strong like a mountain. As we bring the hands to the heart, thumbs to the chest. Anjali Mudra, Namaste Mudra. As we inhale, reaching high, looking up, arching, nice full back bend there. You can really develop that. Arms behind you, good. Exhale, hollow out in the abdominals as we fold into forward bend. Inhale, look forwards, hands on the shins or keep the fingertips down. Exhale, fold, good. We're just going to hang here. We can hold the opposite arm. You may wish to kind of sway, bounce, shake the arms, whatever works for you, nice and heavy. Good work, well done. As we release the hands, fingertips down, bending the knees, big step back with the right foot, knee drops, toes point away. As we sweep the arms through, shoulders relax, left knee forwards, right hip towards the ground, arching. This is a back bend, Crescent Moon, a really nice one for opening the front of the body. It will help with the other stronger back bends. Helps to stretch again all these muscles, abdominals, chest, upper back, hip flexor. Good. Keep that front knee pointing forwards. Well done. Palms down, stepping back into down dog. As we walk the dog, one heel down at a time. Again, we can look from shoulder to shoulder. You can kind of move your hips a little bit there. How are your calves feeling? Good. As we bend both knees, forehead drops, hips rise, chest open, spine lengthens. Push away with the palms, shoulders away from the ears as we start to straighten the legs, guiding those heels down. Strong abdominal engagements help to lengthen the spine. Good. As we drop onto the knees, bringing the weight forward, shoulders above the wrists, elbows squeezed together. So that's important. Insides of the elbows pointing forwards. And we're going to go for 5 tricep dips. So just see if you can drop down. You might want to drop back. Maybe you can drop forwards. 2, 3. How low can you go? 4. Keep those elbows tucked in. 5. Good. And then on the next one, we'll go all the way down. Chest and chin down, sliding forwards and up into cobra. Shoulders down, chest open, elbows stay tucked in. Glutes are strong, buttocks strong to help protect the back. Looking up, arching. Good. Cobra. And we drop down, tucking the toes in, pushing into the ground. A little step forwards with the feet, bend the knees. Good. Then start to extend the legs. Back to the breath. Nice full deep breaths. Feet parallel, second toes pointing directly forwards. Good work, well done. Big step through, right foot. You could drop your left knee first if necessary. Sweep the arms through, relax the shoulders, bring the right knee forwards, arching back, looking high, deep breaths. Good work. As we bring the hands down, big step through, forward bend. Again, bend the knees, hold the opposite arm, hang here. Good, then keeping those knees flexed, rebuild the spine, strong in your abdominals, glutes reaching up, arching. Exhaling, namaste, well done. Good, so let's continue as we inhale, reaching high. Exhale, fold, forward bend. Bending the knees, left foot back. We're back into our Crescent Moon. As we reach up, opening into the chest, interlocking the fingers, elbows wide, shoulder blades together. Deep breath, 3 deep breaths into the heart. Well done. Palms down as we step back into down dog. You can inhale as we come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come high. You can even come into a full high plank to make it stronger. Inhale, coming up, strong core engagement. Good, one more. Inhale, come through. Exhale. Let's hold it here. Full down dog. Shoulders move away from the ears. Good. As we come into our plank, so strong upper body, strong core. You could do that. One hand off the ground at a time. It's going to work that supporting side. Good. Shoulders over the wrist. Strong in the legs, strong in the core. Avoid dropping the head. As we come down, now you can go knees, chest, chin, or if you have your chaturanga, you go as low as the elbows at 90 degrees, and then forwards and up into up dog if you've got that. Otherwise, you can just go for your cobra. Shoulders back, chest open, wrists behind the shoulders if you're in up dog. And then if you're in up dog, you can just roll over the toes, otherwise tuck the toes in, a little step forward. Nice to bend the knees first to stretch the spine, then start to extend the legs. Deep breath. Good work. Big step through. Left foot. Dropping that knee if necessary. Reaching high. Left knee forwards. Interlocking the fingers. Shoulder blades together. Arms behind. Head back. Deep breath into the heart. Good work, well done. Let's step through, forward bend. This time we're going to bend the knees, we're going to rest the stomach on the thighs. We're going to hold the ankles or even hug the legs. And just see if you can keep your chest on your thighs and can you start to straighten the legs. And maybe you stay here, maybe you're here, or maybe if you've got the flexibility, you can start to fully extend so you get a much stronger stretch. Good, rebuild. As we reach up, arching, Namaste Mudra, well done. Good, so let's continue as we inhale, exhaling, folding, forward bend, bending the knees, right foot back, low lunge. So start to arch back with the back knee off the ground, you get a strong hip flexor stretch there. Good, into down dog. Inhale, plank or knees. Exhale down, knees, chest, chin, or your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Point the toes nice and high. How high can you lift the leg without bending the knee? Big step through, right foot. You can always drop that left knee first. Good, and then step through, lifting the back knee off the ground. Arch back, push the back heel away. Find the stretch in the back leg, stepping through, forward bend. Rebuilding the spine as we lift up and arching. Exhale, namaste. Good. Inhaling as we reach high. Exhale, fold through, forward bend. Bend the knees, left foot back. Good. Keep the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Pin that left shoulder back, hand behind the back. And if you can keep the left shoulder back, you can lift the arm high or even forwards. That's quite strong. You don't want to be kind of collapsing forwards with the chest. It's quite challenging to keep the shoulder back, so you've got those options. Good. Well done. A variation of extended side stretch into down dog. Inhale, plank or knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Left leg high. Three-legged dog, nice and high. Big step through, left foot. Again, the fingertips to the outside of the left foot. Right hand behind the back. Pin the shoulder back. So the first goal is to open the chest, strengthen the back. If you can keep the right shoulder sort of directly in line with the ceiling, you could reach the right arm high. Or if you can still see directly above you and you're not here, you could extend the arm. Good work. Step through, forward bend. Rebuild, lifting up and arching. Exhale, namaste. Good. High lunges as we inhale. Exhaling, folding. Bending the knees, right foot back into high lunge. You can always keep the knee on the ground if you find high lunge is difficult. Arms high, or keep the hands on the thigh. There's another option. Check that front knees forward. Let the hips sink. Push the back heel away. Good. Stepping back into down dog. Inhale, plank or knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Right leg high, three-legged dog. Big step through, right foot. Feet hip width. Hands above the knee, spine is tall, hips sink, tailbone tucks in. Watch the knee isn't knocking in, and if you feel confident, you can bring the arms up into the air, point those fingers strong in the arms. Good. Stepping through, forward bend. Rebuilding as we lift up and arching. Exhale, namaste. Good, well done. As we continue, inhaling, reaching high. Exhaling, folding. Bending the knees, left foot back. Good. Lifting up. Well, let's go for a humble warrior. Arms out to the sides, hollow out on the abs. And see if you can hinge, fold over the thigh. And then maybe even lift the heel off the ground. It's quite strong. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back into high lunge. Let the hips sink into our down dog. Inhale, plank or knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg high. Three-legged dog. Big step through. Good. Arms high. Good. Arms out to the side. Engage your abdominals. Watch the front knee stays forward. Hinge without resting on the thigh. 3. Maybe you can lift that heel off the ground. 2, 1. Quite tricky. Back into high lunge. Heel down. Stepping through. Forward bend. Rebuild as we lift up and arching. Exhaling, namaste. Well done, everyone. Let's step the feet a little bit wider. Chest is open, palms open. Allow the body to move. If it wants to move, sway the arms. Check in with yourself. See how you're feeling. Good work. Well done. Good. So let's continue. We'll work into our vinyasa. So feet hip width once again. We'll come into our squat. As we bend the knees, we sit back into that visible chair, abs engage. You should be able to see your toes, your knees aren't coming too far forwards. Reaching the arms high. Good work, stay strong. Watch the knees don't knock in. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Good, fold into your forward bend. Inhale as we look forward, lengthen the spine, hands on the shins or fingertips down. Exhale, palms flat in the step walk or jump back into plank. As we come down, knees just chin, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high, 3-legged dog. Let's find our scorpion dog side stretch. Feel that really nice stretch through the side of the waist as the foot comes over to the outside of the left hip. Big step through, right foot. Left foot turns out to the side. Revolve that left arm over. Tailbone tucks in, arms are broad. We're in our warrior 2. So can you find that pelvic tilt? Strong in the arms, knees open, don't let the knee knock in. And if you do find these connecting vinyasas quite challenging, you can always kind of just wait and just do the sides without doing the up dog, down dog in between. So that's always an option if you want to take it easier. Good, so nice and strong in that leading leg, working the quad. Good. From here, we're going to tuck the left hand to the outside, behind the back, and see if you can tuck it into the inside of the right thigh. Reach the right arm up, arch back, deep breaths into the heart. For our peaceful warrior, get another nice chest opener, side stretch, while working the front leg. Good. Well done. And let's come into triangle. We tuck the back foot in a little bit. Reaching to the right without twisting the hips. That left hip can come forwards a little bit. Right hand drops. You can rest the hand on a block if you can go that low, but it's important we don't fold, we don't collapse into a forward bend. Keep the tailbone tucked in. Fingertips to the inside of the shin or resting on the shin. Good. And you should feel the stretch here. Side of the waist. And if you want to, you start to bring the arm over, and that just stretches everything out even more. Just see how you feel there. Get any pain in the neck, you can even tuck the hand behind the back, because that will contract the neck muscles. Good work, well done. And then from here, we're going to bend the right knee, left hand down, right arm high into your low lunge twist, and you can even open up onto the outer arches, which is a bit stronger. So you let the right knee go out to the side. That's strong, call it the high lizard. Otherwise you can stay in your low lunge twist. So that's an opening there. It's a bit like a lizard, yeah, it's a lizard pose essentially. Good. We then come back, drop the knee down, and we're going to drop into half split, okay? So we'll just rock in and out a few times. Each time, see if you can extend the leg that little bit more. And we're going to hold the half split for a nice 5 breaths. So if you're not quite as flexible in the hamstrings, you can be more upright, that's fine. Even rest your hand on a couple of blocks or cushions or books or anything that you've got. Otherwise, maybe you can walk the hands forward. We'll take 5 deep breaths into the hamstrings. That's 5, 4. Just see if you can fold further over the thigh, drawing up on the toes, drawing up on the kneecap. That's 2, 1. Good. And from here, we bring the right foot down, guide the knee forwards, and maybe you can do the opposite stretch. Either keep just pushing the knee through with the forearm or the hands. Otherwise, can you find that very strong quad stretch? So we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So really nice one. You can always try that. Put a pillow underneath the knee. Okay, it's quite strong, but it's a really nice way to stretch out the front of the upper leg. Good. So from here, we're going to step into our warrior three. So if you can go straight into it, okay? Take a big step through like this. Otherwise, if you've got any knee issues, you can take a big step through with the left foot, then step back with the left foot there. Arms out to the sides, front leg is extended, lifting the toes off the ground. And again, just find the level that's right for you. Maybe you can hinge. Maybe you can then, the goal is to make that T-shaped position with the upper body and the leg. And then maybe you can bring the hands down into your one-legged split and lift your back leg as high as you can. It doesn't matter if you're not able to lift very high, if it's sort of in that warrior three pose. Otherwise, can you lift, lift, lift? Hug yourself close with the right hand to the right leg. Good. Then we can go back into warrior three. How are we doing? And then big step back into warrior two. Well done. Working with the control in that right leg. Excellent work. So we'll revolve over, step back into down dog. Inhale, plank or knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good work, well done. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Into scorpion dog. Again, open the side of the waist, let the foot come over the hip, look underneath the left arm. Big step through, left foot. Again, I'll demonstrate this side so you can see better. Back foot turns out to the side as we revolve. That right arm over, knee is open, abs engaged, glutes engaged. Strong in the arms, strong in the legs. Point those fingers. Push the outer arch of the back foot into the ground. Good. 2 and 1. Well done. Right hand tucks behind the back. Keep the front knee flexed. Left arm reaches behind without straightening the front leg. And again, we'll hold for 5. 4, counting on the exhale. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Straightening that leading leg. Back foot tucks in a fraction. Reach the left hand out to the side. Again, that right hip can come forwards a little bit. Hand down. Good. I'll just show you with the block as we come into our triangle. So you can have the block to the outside of the foot, rest the hand there. If you come to the inside, you're more likely to collapse forwards. Okay, otherwise, hands resting on the shin. And just see if that hand wants to go further down without doing this, okay, because then you're just working your hamstring. So don't collapse forwards and just pin the shoulder back. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking to keep the pelvis tilted, glutes engaged, arm high, looking up so you feel a strong stretch on the side there. And then if you wonder it's a variation of triangle, you can reach the right arm over and keep pinning the shoulder back. Imagine trying to bring your arm, your spine up against the wall. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, bend that leading leg. Right hand down, left arm reaches high into low lunge twist. And then you can turn onto both outer arches and kind of really open up and sink in the hips. So it's a little bit stronger for the hips. Good. And then from here, I'm going to drop the back knee as we rock back and then come through, half split. This is helping just to get that momentum to stretch out. Good, and let's hold here. And again, just find the level that's right for you. Doesn't matter if the knee's not fully extended. But if you're a bit more flexible there, see if you can find the length behind the knee. Really flex the foot as well. And breathe. And you can reach those arms through as long as you're not hunching in the shoulders. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Well done. We're back into Crescent Moon, and then we're going to guide that left knee forwards. So again, these are the two elements when you work in a split. You work the hamstring calf like we just did, and you also need to work hip flexor area, quad hip flexor area. So this is going to help, say if we were building towards the full split. Maybe you can reach back, hold the foot, guide the heel towards you. Again, you might want to put something on the knee. You want to be slightly above the knee, so you need to come into a good lunge before you can start to lift that back foot off the ground. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Good, well done. And then from here, it's up to you. You can either take that big step through into Warrior 3 or just step forwards, rebuild your spine, step back with the right foot, arms out to the side, and then hinge. Good, maybe you're just going to stay in Warrior 3. If you're more experienced, arms forwards, tuck the chin in, look down. Keep that leg lifting. Hands down, one-legged forward bend. Left hand holds the left ankle, right hand on the ground. Lift that right leg as high as you can. Feel one-legged split. Good. Back into Warrior 3, just bend the knee a little bit as you lift up. Well done. And then into your Warrior 2. Good work. Well done. Let's drop back into Down Dog. Inhale, plank or knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog cobra. And let's exhale. We'll drop into our child's pose. Well done, everyone. Sitting onto the heels. Just remember, you can always rest in between the vinyasa. Miss out the up dog, down dog, and just step through. So it's really up to you. Good. So let's catch our breaths here. Forehead resting on the hands, the forearms, the ground, whatever works. Good, so let's try that rabbit pose again. It's something I've just started to introduce. It's, you know, there's only so many positions in yoga, but this is one that I've not typically done. I'm just starting to do a little bit more now. So it's a very good stretch for the mid-back. Okay, so what you do, you tuck your head in just by your knees, forehead down. Hold your heels. I don't know, hopefully you can hear me with the microphone. And then lift your hips as high as you can and keep your knee tucked into the, your head tucked into the knees. You have to really push the back up, and again it just works that sort of thoracic region, difficult to stretch. We get it in a little bit in the plow from shoulder stand, but mostly our forward bends that we're going to do in a second works the lower part of the back. So that's a nice one you can practice. You really got to keep the head tucked in and then really feel that stretch through the spine. Good work, well done. So let's go for our Molten Asana forward bend, which basically means back stretch. Okay, so very good for the spine, one of the most important positions in yoga. We also do it in Pilates, call it the spine stretch. We call it Molten Asana, which basically means stretching the back. Okay, so let's, there's different ways we can come into this, but because the focus is the back, we're not worrying as much about the legs. We can work with the knees flexed, which helps to keep the spine long. So if you know your hamstrings are tight, you're going to use a strap, wrap it around the feet there, keep the feet flexed, knees together, ankles together, and you can just go as far as you can. But just like we did the squat, so when we did the forward bend and we bend the knees and we hold the ankles, it's exactly the same thing but seated. We start like in that position and we just see how far we can go whilst keeping the abs on the thighs. Okay, now it doesn't matter if you lift a little bit off the thighs, but you don't want to be like, this is, you know, the worst position, okay?
So legs are straight, just trying to straighten the legs, but shoulders hunch, back round, elbows lock. So if we work with the knees flexed, and then, you can start to really push yourself, especially if you're holding the strap or the feet, and you can use the holding of the feet to push you and pull you into that position. Okay, so again, I'll just really go through this here. So you can either hold the outer arches or use your strap. Okay, and then relax the shoulders, soften the elbows, just slide the legs away. But the goal as you slide the legs is not to create more distance between the chest and the thighs. The goal is to keep the two close. Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be like perfect. You don't have to be resting on your thighs, but you don't want to be too far away. So if you need to keep the knees flexed and stay here, that's fine. And just take your deep breaths and see if you can just go a little bit closer to the thighs. If you're able to extend the legs fully, again, if you're like that, you're not going to be getting much of a back stretch. So you'd be better be here, better to be here. Okay, extend the legs if you have the flexibility, and then pull yourself through. And you can interlock the fingers, hug the feet there. If you're more flexible, you can extend the legs fully. Okay, so again, shoulders relax, elbows soften, and we're going to take 5 to 10 deep breaths here. Okay, so just relax and just see if you can go further on the exhale into the stretch, deeper into the stretch. Well done, good. And from here, we're going to inhale as we bring the arms high. Exhale, hands behind, palms flatten. You can bend the knees, lift those hips, feet, knees, hips in one line. That's the easier version. Legs extend, it's quite strong. Drop the head. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good work, everyone. Well done. So, let's come into our wide leg forward bend, Upavista Konasana. Now, it's great if you've got a wall like this, and you can use the wall, okay, to help open the legs wide. And so, if you've got that, you can do so. Just sit facing the wall. And again, if you're really tight in the hamstrings, you can always place a block, a couple of cushions underneath the hips. Make sure the toes are pointing upwards. And you can kind of push yourself forwards with the hands and just see if those legs want to start to go a little bit wider, okay? You don't have to use a block, otherwise use your hands and push through and just see if you can bring your chest, your forehead closer to the wall and open the feet wider. Now, if you don't have the wall there, then we use the mat. Okay, so the wall helps you to open the legs. It can be a little bit tricky to open those legs. So again, if you're just getting used to this, place something underneath the hips, bend the knees, and just like we did in Happy Baby, okay, on the backs. It's the same idea. You can push forwards with the hands, bring your chest forwards. So again, we don't want to be like this because all these forward bends are stretching the back. Watch those knees are pointing up and not out to the side, because that tends to happen toes away. You want the toes pointing up. Now, if you don't feel you need a block, again, you can start with the knees flexed. Open the legs as wide as you can. You can always kind of shuffle the legs wide. Often I also find holding on to something heavy or pulling something like a weight, something solid, and you can pull yourself into this position because it's very strong. Inner thighs, hamstrings, lower back, into the glutes, okay? So we're going to inhale as we lift up, fingers behind, exhale, fold. So again, doesn't matter if you're bending the knees, you're sitting on your block, you're going to hinge. Can you fold through? Breathe, relax. And again, it's a strong one because, you know, it works the inside of the knees. So many muscles are being stretched here. Just see if you can go that little bit further with every exhale. Good. And then if you feel confident, inhale, arms high. Exhale, hinge, 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 stretch, reach. And again, it's really good if you've got a weight, something heavy that you can pull yourself down. Otherwise, you could hook onto your big toes and pull yourself with the grip of the feet there. Keep the shoulders down, keep the spine taut, long, keep the chest open, breathe. Good. And from here, let's inhale as you bring the arms high. And then if you want to, if you don't have any shoulder issues, just bring your right hand behind. You can lift up. It's quite strong in the hips, so just take it steady. Reach the left arm over and down. And again, reach the arms high. And the other hand down behind the hips. Lift up. It's a bit like a side plank, modified. Good. And down. You can do that a couple of times if you want. Otherwise, just come out of that position. Give your knees a hug. Drop the head, give yourself a hug. Take some deep breaths. Good work, well done. So let's come to our camel here as our back bend. So again, you could use something to reach the hands back to there to make it a little bit easier. First round though, we'll keep the hands at the hips, as we often do, and then the option is to go down to the heels. So, support the lower back with the hands, thumbs to the sacrum, hands to the hips, squeeze the buttocks, push the hips forward, shoulder blades together, elbows back, head back, deep breaths into the heart here. So nice full deep breath. Feel that stretch through the throat, neck. Good. Okay, release. Drop the chin. Take a breath. Good work. So you can repeat that again if you like. It's really good, even for the throat. It's a nice throat opener if you're comfortable with dropping the head back. And then if you can bring the hands. Well, this isn't quite big enough. Best to use like a bolster, a couple of pillows. You can kind of revolve the arms back there. Otherwise, you can tuck the toes in or tuck the toes in and place the pillows, cushions there on the heels, just so it's not as far back. If you're not quite able to reach all the way back, it gives you a bit more height. So just see, otherwise you can go all the way back. See what's right for you. Otherwise, just repeat the same position. So if you're going to go back there, one hand to the back, inhale, arm high, revolve to the heel. Other arm, keep the glutes strong, keep the hips moving forwards. You'll have to lean back initially, then squeeze those buttocks, shoulder blades together, elbows together, head back, and take 5 deep breaths. Good, avoid zigzagging if you can. So come out of that position straight forward, and then we'll go straight into our plow, into our child's pose. Good work, well done. So let's come into our shoulder stand. And again, shoulder stand is one of those key positions, really beneficial for the body. So maybe we can roll back. Use your core, one vertebra at a time, arms down, head down, palms down, legs high. Use your core. Can you roll off the spine? Bring the feet behind. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with the shoulder stand, you could just keep the legs lifted or just put a couple of pillows underneath the hips to elevate the hips. Otherwise, can you come all the way over, interlock the fingers, shuffle into the sides of the shoulders, hands to the lower back, one leg at a time into shoulder stand, or both legs together if you can. Squeeze the legs together. You can always just shuffle the hands a bit further down the back to go a little bit more into this position. Good. And again, just take some deep breaths. See how it feels to be in the inversion. From here, we'll open the legs wide. We'll start to rotate. So this is a nice variation of shoulder stand to work into the hips. And also we'll show you how your hips are. If you notice any discomfort around the hips. As we come back into shoulder stand. And then if it's right for you, let's go for that upside down, forward bend, plow. Start to bring the feet behind you. You could do one leg at a time or both legs together. You need to use your core. And if the feet are lower than the hips, you can bring your hands down. And then to make it stronger, tuck your toes in, slide your feet away. Otherwise, you can keep your hands on your back, keep your feet off the ground, that's fine, you still get the stretch. You even bend the knees, knees to ears. Good. From here, we can come back into shoulder stand, and you can drop into your bridge. Okay, so that's one knee towards you, 1 foot away. And you have to be careful there, otherwise you can roll down, hook your thumbs, elbows tuck in, sitting on the forearms, sitting on the hands, tuck those elbows in, arch back, head back, looking behind you into fish. I find this one a really beneficial one to do in the morning, always seems to clear my lungs in the morning when I do fish. Good, and then if you want to, one leg off the ground at a time. And then both legs together, squeeze the legs, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0, good work everyone. Hug those knees close, rocking side to side. You manage to draw some circles, knees together. The other direction. Good, well done. We'll finish with our twist, so just choose which twist is right for you. If you want a more gentle twist, knees together. If you want to work more into your hips, glutes, you can wrap the legs. If you have had lower back issues, this one with the leg extended is really good. Maybe you just want to get a nice hamstring stretch as well, holding the foot. So looking the other way, keep the shoulder blade down, whichever position works for you is right for you. Just come into that position there. Good, let's come to the other side. So again, you can just find that level that's right for you, knees together. Wrap the top leg over and under the lower leg. Straighten the lower leg. Or can you extend both legs? Just make sure you keep the shoulder blade down as you look the other way. You can use the right hand to guide the knees down. Good work. From here, we're going to turn all the way onto the side, slowly come up and do a little bit of breathing here. A little bit of anuloma viloma, alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so a very good one for balancing the hemispheres of the brain, calming the mind, focusing the mind. So we use our index and middle fingers, the peace fingers, okay, and we place them right in the middle of the forehead, the third eye. We use the right thumb to block the right nostril, and we use the ring finger and the little finger, it's primarily the ring finger, to block the left nostril, okay? So we go like this. Left hand can come into Chin Mudra. Okay, so block the right nostril, inhale through the left. Block the left nostril, release the thumb, exhale out of the right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Look into your third eye. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. You can just continue at your own pace. Good, we'll finish exhaling out of the left. Just take a few deep breaths, looking into your third eye. Notice how you're feeling. Good work, everyone. Well done. So let's lie back now into Shavasana. So just taking whatever you need to stay warm and comfortable. The arms are wide, feet wide. Taking some deep breaths. Good. Tucking the tailbone in or placing pillows underneath the knees just to prevent compression in the lower back. Then you wish to place hand on the heart, hand on the stomach. Just letting go of any remaining tensions in the mind and in the body. As we return to our abdominal breathing, belly breathing. As we inhale, the belly rises. As we exhale, the belly falls. Inhale deeply as the belly rises. Exhaling as the belly falls. Inhaling deeply as the belly rises. And exhaling as the belly falls. With every exhale, allowing the body to enter into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. And relax. And relax. And relax. And slowly now coming back to the physical body as we move the fingers and toes. Interlocking the fingers, stretching behind the head, nice full stretch. Hugging the knees close, giving yourself a nice big hug. Turning all the way onto the side. And then in your own time, coming up into a seated position, cross-legged position, keeping the eyes closed, spine tall, taking some deep breaths, observing how you're feeling. Bring the hands to the heart, thumbs to the chest as we take a nice deep breath into the heart, making the heart connection. Rubbing the palms together to create some heat. As we palm the eyes and bring the energy into the eyes, look into the space behind the closed eyes, the Chittakash, space of consciousness, looking deep into the third eye. You see any lights, colors, patterns, or the void. As we bring the hands back to the heart. And thank you all, and namaste. Good. Well done, everyone. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the class and you're doing really well. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.